Good day, anyone who is watching this video, and welcome to this delivery in reaction to something very terrible that happened to Northern region in general and Dagombas specifically. Yesterday, news broke up about the words that the Deputy Agriculture Minister, specifically of Ghana, used to describe Northerners when they complain about the fall armyworms destroying their maize farms. This he said when he was reacting to questions at a radio station in Ghana. In his speech and in his answers, he stated that no farm has been destroyed by the fall armyworms in the northern part of Ghana. He said no single person can substantiate a claim that his or her farm has been destroyed by the fall armyworms. Fortunately, in May this year, I was in Ghana, and right in front of my house, I saw gardens being destroyed. A cousin of mine, Bambaya, in the name of Afanasiru, came and complained about how the worms destroyed his about 20 plus hectare maize farm. I went to a friend around Nyuhane Binabani and I saw gardens being destroyed by these armyworms. Indeed, it was so scary that I concluded that it was some kind of curse and that Ghanaians must stand up and pray and ask for forgiveness from Allah. A sister sent me pictures from her maize farm that she mentioned she doesn't go there again because of the pain and anxiety she faces when she goes to the farm all the time. If you see those pictures, you will cry. As part of my reactions to the comments that were passed by the minister, I asked people from Tamale, Dagbong, to show pictures of their farms that have been destroyed by the worms. Indeed, if you see the pictures on Facebook, you will cry. I am a Dagomba man who was born and raised in Dagbong, and I know how resilient my people are. In terms of difficulties, I know how we can leave everything to God and pray for His mercies, because we know that if your leg is broken by Allah, He will show you how to walk. I said in Dagbani, Nauni Kabagbale, on Wahakpahawa. I am not sure and I don't know the number of Dagombas who have come out to complain to government to compensate them for the damage done to their farms. But I can tell you that even if that happened, the number of people coming out wouldn't be that many. For a deputy agriculture minister who is in charge of agriculture, who is supposed to be finding solutions to problems that the farmers are facing, to come out and accuse my fathers, your fathers, my sisters, your sisters, my mothers, your mothers, and my brothers, your brothers, that they are lying about the destruction they are going through, about the damages that have been done to their farms, and even went on to insult them, insult us, saying that, hey, I know these Dagombas. I have lived with them for 27 years. I can speak their language, and I know they always lie to get money from the government. That is how they are. For an deputy Agric Minister who is supposed to find solutions, to jump his responsibility, to rather attack the suffering, is something I cannot wrap my head around. I don't know what would have necessitated that attack on the Dagombas, and actually I don't want to know. Well, as a Dagomba man, I can say this. I know my father's brothers, sisters, and mothers have already forgiven him. That is what we are. He said we are very difficult to deal with. I agree, because we are so difficult that he lived with us for 27 years. We are so difficult that we had the patience to teach him our language that he now speaks fluently. We are very difficult. I know very soon he will come out to apologize if he hasn't done that. He is not apologizing because what he said is wrong per his mind or per his perception. He is apologizing because he wants to remain Deputy Agric Minister. People don't just get up and say things on a daily basis without thinking through them. This is something he has harbored in him for a long time that he is now bringing up. If he had not had that perception about us, he wouldn't have said that is how the Dagombas are. They always like to get money from the government. Well, we accept. And we have forgiven him. But we have an appeal to make to the mayor of Tamale and to the regional minister who are presiding over the people of Dagbong, that they should communicate to the president that as long as this deputy agriculture minister remains in power, the Dagombas cannot be 100% sure that the interests of the Dagbong farmers will be catered for. The reason is that he has had a wrong perception about the Dagombas in his mind. If we allow him to continue, and tomorrow there is drought in the north, and tomorrow there is an outbreak of diseases that kill animals, kill our crops, this same deputy minister who is supposed to help us find solutions to those problems will come out and say that, again, these Dagombas are coming to extort money from the government. We don't hate him, but we just can't trust that he will serve our interests. Because of this, we are appealing to His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo to relieve this guy of his job and find a deputy minister who will lead without prejudice of a particular tribe and without judgment of a particular tribe. One of the interesting things he mentioned was that the farms that have been destroyed is a little percentage of the total number of farms that we have in Ghana. Pathetic. A commercial farmer may be having 1,000 hectares of land that he depends on, but the village farmer who depends on the crops that he is growing for the survival of himself and his family will see half an acre as something valuable to him. To say this thing as a deputy agric minister is an insult to the peasant and subsistence farmers who are struggling to feed their families. This clearly shows that he does not understand his job, he doesn't know what he's doing, and he must be let go. If he doesn't understand that Ghana is made up of, the agriculture sector in Ghana is made up of several smaller farms, with a little percentage of it being commercial farmers, then he has no business being the deputy agric minister. Whilst I am on this, I want to call on the Dagbong leaders particularly our politicians in Accra who are representing the interests of all Dagbong. Please stand up for Dagbong. Don't run to us only when you need power. Run to us when we are in challenges. Run to us when we are attacked. Defend us and let us know you are really serving our interests. This month alone, 3 incidents happened that called for action, your leadership. We are yet to hear from you. The first was an incident in Kumasi when a reporter stupidly said Abudu and Andanis were fighting over a lorry station. Imagine if he has said this and the villagers in Dagbong, let's say, or even in Yendi, or even in Tamale Township, people came out in their numbers to defend, to revenge if there was any attack. What would have happened in Ghana by now? We heard nothing from you. You saw it as normal. The second incident happened. A man killed his wife in northern Ghana. And when the reporter was writing the statement or the story in one of the newspapers, he said, typically of the Dagombas, the man came out and defended his young wife. Or he said typical of Northerners. Sorry. That is an insult to North. To generalize the North based on an action of a single individual is stupid. We had nothing because we accepted as normal. And this happened. As long as we remain mute and accept these statements as normal, we are going to be at the receiving end almost all the time. Let us stand up and fight this nonsense. To the Dagbong Youth, please let us bury our differences, our political differences, our tribal differences, our lineage differences, and even our personal differences, and come together to defend our home. In Dagbani, we say that Zojim Tabler Nyingole. If there is blood flow in the head, it will definitely flow to the neck. It is painful. It is sad that our name always comes in the media for the wrong reasons. And we are the only people who can defend this. If we allow it to go on, we are going to suffer. To conclude, I don't want the last statements to swallow the message that brought me here. We want the Deputy Agriculture Minister out because the Dagombas cannot just trust that he will serve our interests. Long live everyone. Long live Ghana. God bless our homeland Ghana. Long live Dagbong. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.